Volume 1. Tensei Shitara Slime Dataken Chapter 4. First friend. I was surprised. Excuse me for thinking you're a softie. Unmistakably, he's dangerous. I'm so certain. I think I had acted rudely due to my lack of sight, but I'm now renewed. Hey! Do you remember the promise? Or rather, for all that complaining, you've acquired it so quickly. Of course. It was just a light joke. I can see my surroundings, and I can also hear sounds. You're a bit help. Humph. It would be better if it takes more time to acquire it. Well, I should be fine. I got scared by his appearance, but this dragon is kind. Moreover, as I expected, this dragon was just feeling lonely. He's the type where the outside didn't match with the inside. Just like the red ogre who cried. So, what do you want to do from now? For the time being, I think I'll go looking whether there's other worlder from the same country as me. Although there's no harm if I don't find any. Finding some would be better, but I don't know whether we will be on good terms or not. And besides, since I finally can see, might as well see the world. As I can perceive light and sound, the world has expanded. With this, I don't need to munch on grass to kill time anymore. However, this dragon. The more I looks at him, the more evil he's, but it seems he doesn't move any inch. Come to think of it, didn't he said that he was sealed for about 300 years? By the way, Feldera-san, you mentioned that you have been sealed, right? Yes. I'm certain that I underestimated a small opponent. Although I went serious in the middle of the battle, I lost. This dragon announced I lost, proudly for some reason. Honestly, doesn't really seems like sword nor spear, and certainly not magic, can even wound this guy, but... Was the opponent really that strong? Is there something stronger than this dragon? The outside world is scarier than I thought. Probably. Yes. So strong. Possessing divine protection, the existence that called as humanity's hero. Hero. An existence that I'm rather familiar from various games. Recently, there are many works with the stumbled into the position of a hero plot, although I don't imagine them being so overwhelming. It seems like they are really strong in this world. Speaking of, the hero referred to oneself as the summoned person. The hero might be coming from the same place as you. No, if the hero is from the same country as me, he shouldn't that strong, you know. Well, many of the other worlder possess special power when they came to this world. That is the power that engraved into their soul before they crossing the world. If it's summoned person, 100% that person would possess special power. In addition, possessing one of a kind unique skill in this world. The reason might be their strong soul which can endure the summon, different from other worlder who stumbled by chance. The fact that success rate of summoning is less than 0.03%, supported it. When you say summoning, do you mean summoning with magic or something? That's right. 30 or more magicians performing the ceremony for about 3 days. The success rate is low, but that's expected to obtain a powerful weapon. Hey? Weapon. Yes. In order to prevent the summoned person to disobey the summoner, curse was engraved to the soul. What's with that? Didn't that ignore the summoned person's human rights? Human rights? The other worlders sometimes speak of that. That thing is but an illusion in this world. Survival of the fittest, that is the absolute truth for all creature in this world. I see. Apparently, when summoned to this world with the common sense of the former world, there seems to be things that can't be accepted so easily. Then, wouldn't the treatment of the other worlder are like slaves? No, it depends on the person. They have not received the monster warding charm. Those that do either live quiet lives or become adventurers, or something like that. Truly, among the many foes I have repelled, quite a few came from another world. Fahahaha. In other words, Forced labor is only applied in case of summoning. I do not know whether it is appropriate to call it labor, well, maybe something like that? I know much about humans, but certainly not everything. That's so. You're a dragon after all. Rather, for being a dragon I think he's extremely informed. Anyway, just talking makes him seem so happy, and he answers all question I asked. And then for a while, the dragon, Feldura-san and I, talked about various things. About how he fought the hero. About how strong the hero was. White skin. Small, crimson lips. Jet black, long hair. Not too tall, petite and slender physique. And though the eyes were hidden by a mask, the hero was clearly beautiful. The hero was a woman. Did you lose cause you get charmed? When I asked that, nonsense, so he shouted back. She carried a peculiarly curved blade, sword which called as katana and fought without a shield. Unique skill. Absolute severance. Unique skill. Infinite prison. Using these skills, and every kind of magic, she overwhelmed me, so he happily exclaimed. I understood what he said, but this dragon, he seems to like humans. He calls them small fry or trash so on, but it seemed he never killed anyone who attacked him. As long they didn't earn his wrath. Once one time. 300 years ago, a certain incident occurred, he seemed to have turned a town to ashes. With that incident as the cause, the hero was sent, and he got sealed in the end. The hero used her unique skill. Infinite prison. I don't know the dragon's feelings. After all, I can only know another person's feelings just from my imagination in the end. But, I think that he's not a bad dragon. Also, I like him. Now, I don't think he's scary. Therefore. Alright. Then, me, no, can we be friends? Just a bit, no, that's quite embarrassing. My face must be red currently. Wah, what did you say? FO, for a slime like you, became a friend of mine, the feared storm dragon Feldura. Well, it's okay if you don't want to. Stupid. You. I didn't said anything about not accepting though. So? Then, what will you do? Let's see, well, if you insist. I can consider. For some reason, I feel he timidly stealing glances at my way. It would be great if's a cute girl, but the one who do it is a evil-looking dragon. I don't feel happy. He's an interesting fellow though. Anyway. I decide. If you don't want it, then deal's off. No second chances. Wait. It can't be helped. You shall become my friend. Show me your gratitude. Phew. This dragon isn't very obedient. I also aren't, so we're a good fit. Then, I'll be in your care. Same with me. By the way, let me give you a name. You also give me one. Hey? What? Why so suddenly? To edge into our souls that we are equals. The human seems to call it as family name or something. I naming you shall become a divine protection. You're still nameless, but with this you can call yourself a named monster. In other words, does that mean I need to think of a family name, equals a shared name with this dragon? I don't really have a sense in it though. Because you're storm, will tempest be good? It's useless. I quickly said it because, storm equals tempest, isn't that too simple? I decided. That's it. What a wonderful name. Hey, he liked it. From today, I am Feldura Tempest. And then I grant you Rimuru as your name. You shall call yourself Rimuru Tempest. That name was etched into my soul. My appearance, abilities etc. didn't change. But, deep inside my soul, something changed. That something can be said for Feldura too. And so, we two become friends, or rather our relationship is more deep than that, it could be said we're soulmates. Oh, and before I go, that seal can't be removed. Not with my power. If I have unique skill equal to that hero's, it might be possible. You don't have unique skill. I do. But, I can't use it at all from the moment I was sealed. I barely managed to do telepathy. The hero's unique skill, Infinite Prison, is a skill which sealed the target for an eternity in an imaginary infinite space, an unpleasant skill that does not allow interference to the real world. In this case, it's strange to think that the only thing he can do is to communicate telepathically. The seal didn't seem to weaken as time passed. It's strange how the way Feldera able to interfere even if it's just telepathy and able to sense the real world. Of course, both of us noticed this. Alright. There's something I want to try. As I said that, I touched Feldera. And then, predating unique skill. Infinite Prison. With unique skill. Predator. Failed. As expected, Hero Seal was different. My unique skill interfered with it and it emitted a dazzling flash, but it was reflected immediately. It made a bit opening, but only that much. It's immediately restored itself. In the first place, if there's an equal unique skill, something will happen type of thing will only lead to trouble. Isn't there anything I can do? What to do? Solution. Unique skill. Infinite Prison. Has been partly analyzed. Escape methods shall be presented. Escaping with physical body is impossible. Possibility to destroy the prison with physical damage is 0%. Escaping by releasing the imaginary space can't be analyzed. It's necessary to analyze it from the inside, from the same situation equals captured by infinite prison. Therefore, it's not possible to be done currently. Possibility of escaping only with the spiritual body is 1%. Should dwelling object. For the spirit was prepared outside, and migrating to it, the success rate is 3%. In addition, this process is similar to reincarnating. In case the affinity with the dwelling object is poor, all of memories and abilities are wiped. Escape methods are presented above. I see. The success rate are too low. The unique skill, Infinite Prison, can only be seen as a transparent swaying membrane. However, for it to be impossible to be destroyed by physical damage. Perhaps, it's a absolute defensibility as well. Hey, did Hero receive damage? Or rather, did she get injured? Well asked. Although most of my attacks were evaded, I have landed a few direct hits. But, there was no effect. Even death heralding whines, black lighting, and even storm of destruction, that shouldn't be possible to be evaded, had no effect. All over. I laughed. Feldera laughs loudly while saying this and that. I think her body was covered by unique skill. Infinite Prison. And it become shield that prevented attacks from outside. What a convenient skill. Unique skill. Absolute severance. Unique skill. Infinite Prison. With these two, weren't she essentially invincible? I don't want to meet her, but she's a person from 300 years ago. I want to think it's safe as she likely already have died. Certainly, she's the strongest class. Actually, Feldera is the strongest class too. At the current time, Rimuru have no way to know that. Anyway. The escaping method by reincarnating to a dwelling object had. For the escape, something seems to be necessary to become the dwelling object. Escaping only with the spiritual body seems to be possible, but the success chance is low. I intentionally don't mention the probability. If Feldera lose his motivation, the success rate would decrease. There's an escape method. Actually, my magic power would hit the bottom after 100 years. At any rate, my magic essence won't stop leaking. I see that's why the magic essence concentration around here is so high. The truly high-rank monsters can't come near. Grass also hardly grows underground. Only rare vegetation are able to grow in this place, you see. Ah! I remembered about the hippoced grass. It was mostly valuable medical plants. Oh well, since that's the case, will you attempt to escape? If there's a dwelling object, the chances seems to go up. Do you know what's considered a dwelling object? Unfortunately, even if only spirit escaped, it'd be difficult to gather magic essence to reforming the core. Leaving through the opening in the seal, it'd probably be success. Dwelling object. In other words, if a new core was prepared, I just need to transfer there. That way, isn't that reincarnation? This guy. I thought that he can't use his head, but he wonderfully guess it. He reached the same conclusion like great sage. So splendidly. That's. Then, should I look for something for the preparation? Actually, I don't need a core, the secret you ask? Because I'm a perfect individual. A special being. As I'm a spiritual life form, I have no fixation to physical body. This physical body was only a response to the belief of the surroundings. Again he said some incomprehensible stuff. And so we spoke until I understood. The result. Magic essence are collected by one's mind, and formed the flesh. Right now, only his flesh is being bound, but he can't gather the magic essence outside with his mind. That's the situation. So, I asked whether he could leave with just his mind? That is impossible. I would need something as the vessel. Is what he said. If only mind that escape out, it seemed that it diffuses with magic essence and disappears. And then, somewhere else, a new storm dragon would be born. It might be possible to escape, but if there's no meaning to it, if he became a different person. I'm at a loss. Should I eat Feldera with Predator? Analyzing it inside Predator's stomach, can't I open the seal after get rid just the isolation effect of infinite prison? Solution. Subject, Feldera can be accommodated inside unique skill. Predator's stomach. Oh, it's possible. If I explain it and get his consent, let's do it. If this goes on, after 100 years of isolation, only to disappear would be his fate. And so, I explained to Feldera about Predator's ability and what would I do. Although, success might be impossible without Great Sage's correction. Quahahaha. Interesting. Please do so. I'll entrust my everything to you. Is it okay for you to trust me that easily? Of course. Rather than waiting for you to come back here, it would be more interesting to break infinite prison. An escape inside of you. What? You and me, the two of us might just be able break infinite prison. I see. Not alone. Together. Isn't it fine? While I analyzed it with Great Sage and Predator, Feldera would try to destroy it from the inside. And as it's inside the stomach, there is no fear of his mind scattering and disappearing. I have a hunch that we can do it. Well then, I'll eat you now, you break out from infinite prison. Quickly, okay. Kukikyu. Leave it to me. You don't need to wait long, I'll soon be in front of you. Okay. I made my decision. I touch Feldera, and begin predation. Instantly, Feldera's gigantic figure disappeared from my view. That was too quick. We were talking together until now. I feel lonely now that he's gone. I failed before as the skill resisted mine, but there was no resistance together with Feldera's main body. I'm surprised as his gigantic figure could be swallowed. For the amount of space of stomach used is about 25% currently. How big the space it have, I wonder. And then, will you begin the analysis of unique skill? Infinite prison. Yes/no. I beg you. Like praying, I answered yes. Status. Name, Rimura Tempest. Race, Slime. Divine Protection, Storm Crest. Title, None. Magic, None. Abilities Unique Skill. Great Sage. Unique Skill. Predator. Slime Natural Skill. Dissolve, Absorption, Self-Regeneration. Skill. Hydraulic Propulsion. Extra Skill. Magic Power Perception. Resistances Thermal Fluctuation Resistance X. Physical Attack Resistance. Pain Perception Nullification. Electricity Resistance. Paralysis Resistance.